Whoa, look at this. My daily writing, scratched out words. I'm not used to that. Usually I'm all about stream thinking and what's there is there. When I first met my wife, I wrote a lot of poetry to her. I love scribbling out emotions in a melodic way. And she goes, I don't want to see the perfected or the edited poetry. I want to hold on to the poetry where you have scratched out thoughts. That's what I want, because that was the origin of where you were growing. That's the poetry. I got to have that. And so when I sit down with my authors and musicians and we talk about what they are sending out to the world, that's cool. That's neat. But I also want to know, what did you scratch out? I want to know what you didn't like, the outtakes. Even on television shows, send me the outtake tape. I want to see you guys screw it up, or what you thought was a mess up. But to the rest of us, it's art. It's the acceptance of being. Hey, it's Arrow. This is The Daily Mess, a chronological walk through an everyday world. I am a daily writer. Things like this, man, this is what it's all about. Writing about who we are as a people, as a generation, as something that's just here. We're here. That's it. A speck of dust, a mustard seed, if even that. We're here. This is The Daily Mess. Let's talk about that screw up. So the sentence reads, but it's a choice to give it to a face and scratched out word, and above it, I put energy. But it's a choice to give it a face and energy. You know what word I put in there originally? But it's a choice to give it a face and injury. Injury? Where did that word come from? All right, now that you know where we're going, let's figure out what this donkey was trying to say this morning. The day, it has arrived. All days pretty much the same. But how will this day play? So many people depend on our presence, which puts pressure on our alone moments. I do get extremely jealous of those who claim they can turn it off and tune out. Wow. Is that a sign of uncaring and selfishness? For some sick reason, I hear a lot of things way away from where I presently stand. Sound has this way of pointing me in all directions, which I don't always agree with. Like most, I struggle with the damnedest things. But it's a choice to give it a face and injury. That's what I put, injury. And then I scratched it out. But it's a choice to give it a face and energy. See, what you don't see is that I did put the word injury in there. A choice to give it a face and injury gives off a completely different view of expression. It's weird how the mind wants to paint a different expression, which is why we should always be aware of what we say and what we write. I'm very guilty of sending emails and text messages to people that I feel are motivational, to help build them up, to make them stronger, to believe more in themselves rather than accepting the hand-me-outs of others. But the people who receive what it is that I send go, God dang, dude, why did you attack me? What happened here? What did I do to you? Can we look at that email again? I think maybe I need to explain where I was going. And then when I get to see it and I show them what I was trying to say, then it's like, oh, wow, I didn't see it that way. I felt, hey, you're just attacking me. The other day at the Essential Job, I looked at one of our managers who had taken 10 days off, and I said, I'm so glad you're back, because while you were gone, we were lost. And the assistant manager looks at me and says, what the hell are you talking about? We weren't lost. We kept this ship together. And what I did is I had to find myself in a place of explaining what I meant by lost. I said that when a member of the band is gone, there's something wrong with the rhythm. It's not that we were lost as in like, oh my God, where's the map? There was just something missing. We all work so tight and so closely together that it's like something was missing. And he goes, you need to find better words. The word lost me. You were wrong by choosing that word. But I have to ask about this word here. But it's a choice to give it a face and injury. What if I had stayed with that original thought? How would I have finished this page? Today, it has arrived. All days pretty much the same, but how will this day play? So many people depend on our presence, which puts pressure on our alone moments. I don't see any injury in that. And yet, the writing hand said it. It woke me up. It made me stop what I was thinking. I don't always agree with. Like most, I struggle with the damnedest things, but it's a choice to give it a face and injury. I'm not a brutal person. I don't bring injury to anything unless you read my emails and my text messages and they'll say, yeah, he said some junk that has injured me, when in fact all I was trying to do was motivate you. Be careful what you write. That's what the HR department always said. Be careful. In fact, we prefer that you don't write to anybody. Have a physical conversation with people. This is the person that they obviously trust and love. Don't be the writer. Don't be the text sender. Be you in front of them. Okay. I'm Arrow, and that's the Daily Mess.